Okay, so we're going to go over a few different watercolor techniques just to help you out for your landscape painting. So we're going to start with wet on wet. So what is wet on wet? So you have a wet brush. You're adding water to your paper in a shape. Just as an example, I'm going to use a little rectangle. Okay, my brush is wet. I'm wetting the paper. I'm going to wet my brush again and get a small droplet to go into my paint. Okay, so this makes my paint wet, and then I'm going to paint onto my wet surface. Okay, so do you see how the paint is only going in the shape that I make? Wherever I move the brush, that's where the paint is going to go. And if I want it to be darker, I'm going to dip it into the paint again, and I'm going to add more paint. Okay, and I'm going to make that a darker color. That is wet on wet. Okay. The next one I want to show you is a gradient. The gradient is going to start with your color, and it's going to be darker. It's going to get lighter, I'm sorry. So we're going to start with a wet shape. Again, I'm just going to do a small rectangle so you guys can see it. And then I'm going to dip my brush into the water. Let's put my paint. I'm going to dip my brush into the water, and I'm going to dip it into the paint again. And I'm going to just touch one side. And you're going to see that the paint is going to spread. And I want it a little darker on one end. So the paint is going to spread to the other side. Okay, that's going to show a gradient. So I'm going to rinse out my brush now so that you can see a greater spread and a greater gradient. I'm going to pull the water from this one end and I'm going to spread it out. Now, do you see the way the water, I'm sorry, not the water, the paint is flowing from one end to the other, showing us a gradient tone from dark to light? Okay, that's another technique. Really good for skies or even mountains if you guys are doing mountains. Okay, for this next one, we are going to blend two wet on wet. Okay, so we're going to start by making a shape again. Making a shape again. Once we have our shape, we're going to wet our brush with two different colors, but we're going to start with one. So you're going to see me wet my brush and dip it into a color. Okay, I'm going to rinse my brush out again because we don't want our colors to be spreading. I'm sorry, mixing in our palette. We only want them mixing on our paper. Okay, so once I have a large amount of paint on my brush, you're going to see these two blend together. Okay, and this is wet on wet blending. Okay, see the two blending colors. And if you move your paper, I know you guys saw me lift my paper, you're going to see my colors blend even more because the paint is going to flow exactly in the direction of where you moved your paper. So say I want it to wash out a little bit, okay? I'm going to get my brush and I can add water to it. Okay, if I want it to be lighter, I can add water to it. See how it makes it lighter? And they're still blended together. I can add more of one color to make that color darker. But you see how they're blending. They're bleeding into each other right here. We have orange and yellow and they're bleeding into each other. So when you have a dry brush and you don't have any water, it's going to create like this kind of texture with your brush. So if you're like, Miss, my paint isn't spreading, all you're going to do is dip the tip of your brush into water, and that's going to change. See the change? Okay, there's still a part of my brush that is dry, which is why you see that. that gradation. So I'm sorry, that chalky look. So again, I'm gonna add water to my brush and then you're gonna see the paint flow. So on that note, let's be specific about this, okay? So you see how this has a texture, okay? If we were to take a wet brush to that texture, I'm gonna dip my brush in the water, then that texture would move, okay? You guys see how I'm moving it around? You can still move the paint around once it's dry if you add too much water to it, okay? If you add the right amount of water to it, you're gonna see me be able to move around those brush strokes. So let's say, you know what, that's too dark. I don't want it that dark. I want to pick up some paint, okay? So you're gonna have a towel near you, or you're gonna have a dry brush near you, whichever one works. And you're going to be able to pick up paint and make it lighter, okay? You're going to be able to spread it around and you're going to be able to lighten it, okay? So this is dry on wet and you're lifting up the color. You're lifting up the color. Okay, much lighter than what we began with. So I'm gonna rinse that out too. Okay, so now we're gonna do wet on dry. So in order for us to do wet on dry, I do have to have a small amount of water painted. So I'm gonna get another color so you guys can really see this one. Okay, and I'm just going to do shape. We're gonna give this a minute to dry so I can show you wet on dry. So right now this is wet. In a moment it will be dry. While that dries, I want you guys to pay attention to this right here. You see the gradient? Since there was too much water in here, it caused flooding. This right here is called flooding. We're gonna try our best to avoid this unless you're looking for that type of effect. Okay, so this type of effect could be really good for like water scenes because, you know, maybe that's where the sand starts and that's where the water begins and you wanted a little bit of flooding there. So you could add in those details. But when this happens, it's because there's too much water. So if you do not want that to happen, what you can go back and do is get your towel and pull out some of the water, or the way we did here, where we lifted up paint with a dry brush. So those are two things that you can do to fix that. Okay, now that my green is dry, I'm going to go ahead and add in another color. So because I want, maybe I wanted a green background, but now I want roots from a tree. Okay, just to give you an example. So I did wet my brush, I did dip it in paint. So now I can go in very detailed like, and these are going to be roots to a tree, okay? So that is wet on dry. So now I'm not moving anything that was already there. I'm not moving the green paint around. I'm only adding roots from a tree to that area. Okay, or maybe you're adding a big hill. This is gonna look like roots and it is not going to stay on the green area, just so I can give you a bigger picture of what the brown is gonna look like there. And that is going to be wet on dry. So I'm gonna dip my brush a little bit more so I can get a darker brown. And the darker brown is only going to go where the wetness is. So if your brush painted on a certain shape, then that is where the brown color will go. The brown color will not blend into the green, only because the green is no longer wet. It will become wet if you keep adding to it, if you keep adding water to it, but for the most part, it's gonna stay dry. So these are my roots. to a tree. Okay, and that is wet on dry. So that's a layer.